I grabbed my purse, snagged Bailey, and hurried out of the Cookbook Nook. She kept pace, which surprised me. Usually her short stride was no match for my long legs. "What's going on?" she cried. "Your mom." Bailey blanched. "What about her? Is she okay?" Yes, she's..." Whitney called. "Punch!" I couldn't form a coherent sentence. "Your sister wants us to join her for a drink?" "No." "How does this involve my mom? I don't understand." "Get in." I pointed to my VW Bug. Even though the car sputtered and hiccuped, I drove to the pier in lickety-split time. The extensive parking lot to the south was nearly full, but I found a spot at the farthest end. By repeating our buddy dash, we were running on the boardwalk in less than 3 minutes. "Do you see your mom?" I held a hand above my eyes to block the sun. "There must be hundreds of people here. Why are you so worried?" Hordes of tourists as well as locals were milling about, many with shopping bags, others with surfboards, loads with corn dogs on a stick. A line ran out of the barn-shaped bait-and-switch fishing and sports supply store. The place was probably having a sale. I darted around the throng and made a beeline for the seaside bakery. I couldn't make it past the crowd outside Mum's the Word diner. Bailey grinned. "What do you bet someone from the diner is tossing out tickets to win a free brunch again?" A hoot of encouragement erupted from a guy in the swarm. A second onlooker let out with a whoop of football fan-like glee. A third man standing quietly at the back of the crowd made me stop in my tracks. For a second, I was struck by just how much he reminded me of my deceased husband, and the memories caught up with me. Over 2 years ago, David had gone sailing. 2 days later, another sailor discovered his empty boat. The investigators determined that David must have struck his head and fallen overboard. David wasn't a master sailor, but he was a strong swimmer. He refused to wear a life jacket. For the first 2 years after his death, I was distraught without him. Moving to Crystal Cove had been the right decision for me. I started over. I was making new memories. I was finding my smile.